Greetings, this is Sloshworks and welcome to the first episode of our journeys through the winter in the Viking game, the Banner Saga by Stoic Studios. This was one of the games that it's one of the first games I backed on Kickstarter a very, very long time ago, and I've been following it very passionately since, and I think this game has the potential to be absolutely amazing. I played about 5 minutes through just to remind myself of the controls a few minutes ago, and the graphics are absolutely amazing. The drawings are absolutely beautiful, and the combat seems to be a lot smoother than it was when the Banner Saga factions first came out 5 or 6 months ago. So let's raise our glasses and skull. Let's go. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun. I love Vikings so much.
Að sjá dreggjan á ferli neðanbor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
See, as you can see, the graphics are absolutely stunning. The hand-drawn look just really suits it, and I mean, look at the size difference between the Val and the humans. I mean, they look absolutely amazing. God, they're tough. You wouldn't really want to mess with the Val, would you? You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Click and drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Yeah, I played a lot of factions when it first came out, and it was good. It was quite hard after a while when the community died down a bit to actually find a fight. I did play against my son and my partner a fair bit, but from what I played a little bit before, the combat just seems to be that little bit smoother, and and better planned. I mean, this looks amazing. So, okay, these portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. So blue, red, blue, red. It is your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active, and the blue tiles show me where he can move. The horned allies are a race of giants called Val who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Okay. We'll move in, and we'll click on him, and we will attack him. Basically, in the Banner Saga, strength and hit points are effectively the same thing. So as you damage someone's strength down from maximum down to 0, they'll actually do less damage to you as well as get closer to dying. And the blue is armor, which means a high armor means that they will take much less damage than you could potentially do. I'll just turn on all the things. See, I've got 9, so I should be able to do 9, but because he's got 4 armor, I can only do 5, so. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Okay, we'll use our willpower to move an extra couple of steps. We've got 6 left anyway, so... And we will use Tempest. And we'll use another willpower to do 9 damage to the chieftain. This first introductory combat will be over.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his lust. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
That animation of the gods dying on the tapestries behind them it looks absolutely awesome. So very metal. You are approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. I'll call him Eric. Call him Eric. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? What do you want? The governor tells me that you'll be giving us a hand. I'll say, what did you have in mind? Skulflings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor wants you to make sure they stay down. Beat me at the marketplace. Okie dokie. So we've got here, this is the map that Factions was, and basically it was really just the PvP part of it. where they were balancing all the different classes and how to level them effectively and all that kind of stuff. Let me handle this. Aww. So, Eric. This is hard. I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Skullfing's chieftain bled out an hour ago. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, no one's going to try and kill you this time. They don't talk to me. I do not have the patience for this. Wait, just buy one of these. I don't want to buy anything from you. It's intimidating. My bodyguard is threatening him. Where are the Skullflings? Noblemen up by the east wall, but that was months ago last I know. He's left. Maybe he could have given us some information, but we threatened him. Gnolf. Are we done here? Were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, I just bought them. You look like a frog. Better than an eggplant. It does look like an eggplant. Okay, so they've gone to the meat hall. Okay. So we are going to head off to the nobleman's mead house. I'm not sure how I feel about the text. It looks almost like a neon sign, but let's go in. It's through the front door. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Skullflings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead stains in the process. Okay, so there's a few of them. So basically what we've got here these shield bearers means that these guys will get 1 extra armor while they're adjacent to them as well. So we'll just I think we'll just wait, rest, and let them come to us. So we'll move him here. What does he have? He's got rally. So we'll just attack this guy for 5. So he can't do much damage to us in return. And we'll move the shield guy. Shield bearer? Shield banger. We can't attack, so we'll just rest there. And if they hit him, he has an attack which basically attacks them back. So, oh no, we don't want to do Tempest because there's only one of you. Oh, we'll just do that. Wow, he's tough. We'll run him around there. Good old shield banger. Actually, no, what's he? He's a Valgard. Is that a person or a Valgard? Doesn't really matter. So we'll attack him, and then we should be able to move. Nope. Attacking ends the round. So you can't attack and then run away. So we'll move him in. And attack. Okie dokie. We do seem to be getting a few of them building up around us. But I don't think we should be that concerned, really. Because, I mean, he's pretty tough. Let's check that up so we can see what's happening. Alright, he can do 6. And we've got one I can't see now. Ow, what did he do? Thug leader. Bloody flail. 4 attacks at 1 strength and 1 arm each. Okay. Let's quickly get him down so he can't do much more damage. And hopefully we'll get to use... Hey, how do you do that? So we'll move him over here. And we'll use his special ability Tempest, which moves in a clockwise direction. So if we do that one, it should hit both of them for probably all of their damage. That went pretty well. But I guess Vals aren't really to be trifled with, are they? Your renown grows. Gnolf can be promoted. Eric, there they are. Gods be damned. I've got to wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's windows onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well. Vognir. Next for Val kinship last we spoke. The other flag? Well, looks important. Important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask you one more favour? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Okay, so we need to head down the docks to see Vognir. Vognir. God's Uben. You're looking ancient. Comes with being old, my friend. And if there is Vognir, there must be Hakon. He looks so cool. I love the axes. I mean, they look awesome. Must there. Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old yokes. At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Gerunder. Gerunder? Demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returning from Arberang, in fact. And glad for it. The king of men is with them. The king's a whelp. The king's son. Ludend. Don't you know Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. Yes. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grofheim? I have the distinct feeling I finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should give it a day. In better circumstances I'd drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. The prince is a delight to behold. So we've got to deal with a puny, annoying, arrogant little prince, while we are giants among men. We're suddenly settled in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Vognir's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon, or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Let's go drink with our buddy. Scrivener! You find Hakon in a mead house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon, of course. Bogny is the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Humans. Pfft. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yok's fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. So I guess the Varl have incredibly long lives. Just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Should we go see the prince? May as well. Greetings, Prince Luden. Yes, you're with Vognir? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Vognir a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. Luden looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Well, I don't like him. I have a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. The king, your king and mine both have been practically trumpeting it through the cities. I've been on the road a while, I'm afraid. I feel sorry for this guy. Uben just looks sad. Like he's been in the shit. Like he's seen too much. He's a whinging little brat. So, we will... Ooh, at dawn you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply letters. All there, just as promised, to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Vognir is already here. A while later, Luden and his men appear, groggy and dishevelled. Mogger steps forward. Vognir's quartermaster. If you recall correctly, we're in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We are definitely ready. I mean, look at the painted backgrounds. They look absolutely incredible. Like this keep up here, and these woods, and the size of that mountain. I mean, it's the scale just is absolutely epic. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mogger, cracking open mead casks, from our gracious friend the Governor of Strand. Hours pass with a raucous laughter as the mead is passed through the camp. Let us toast to Vognir. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between man and Varl. The others join in. Luden's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually you sit down beside Vognir. Chat with him. Thanks for the speech, he slurs. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Mogger. I thought the damned governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He did try. I'd have given the job to you too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. What happens after this business with Luden? Hopefully the boy goes back to Arborang on his own, and I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. Don't you like the life of a diplomat? Don't you miss the fight, Uben? You down your mead instead of replying. He slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge, but this... Pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be warriors would follow you for what you've done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm the next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old Val. They've always been muddy. Told you, he's been in the shit. Better wake up, you're needed. Ah, it's Luden. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. How long to Gruffheim? We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come on, I'll show you on a map. Oh my god. Look how big this map is. Okay, and you can click. Wow, so all of this stuff has history behind it, and oh mate, look how big this thing is. Wow, and this shows us where we are. Awesome. Looks huge. We head north and east past the forts. Gruffheim's far from Strand. Why not take the ships to Scrimstad? Scrimstad. Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the long ships. Too bad though. We could have shown you all the wonders. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. Okay. I wonder how this is going to pan out. Camp is where you manage your caravan. Or equip. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. Training tent really allowed you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Oh, cool. So I think I'll leave this episode there. Just a quick look at the very beginning of the Banner Saga. There's been a lot of reading and a lot of talking in this first bit. I don't know how that's going to pan out in the end. So far, I'm loving everything about this game. It looks like it's exactly what all of us Kickstarter backers were hoping for. And I'm looking forward to getting to see the dredge and seeing what happens down the line. If you have any questions or suggestions for me, please leave them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.